What's going on YouTube? Today in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the AT&T Z998. Now before we get into this review, let's go ahead and go over some of the design features on the phone. To start off, it's a really nice, slim and compact phone. It fits in the pocket very well. It fits in the hand very well. It has a little bit of weight to it. That's because it has a 2070 milliamp hour battery. On the back you got a 5 megapixel camera with LED flash. Records up to 720p video. I'll have videos and pictures throughout the review. It has, on the left hand side, you got the micro USB charging port. On the top you have a 3.5mm headphone jack and a power key. Turns on the phone. And right here, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see that, get the light to reflect off of it. We have a home menu back in button. It's running Android 4.4 Jelly Bean. Has a 4.5-inch screen with a TF display of 540 by 960. So if we turn on the display here, you are greeted to the lock screen. With this lock screen, you just hold it to unlock it. But if you want to do something a little bit more fancy with it, you go ahead and you swipe up, and this will bring you to a bunch of widgets that you can customize for yourself and for your own liking. So just swipe it up, and it is a good feature that you can go ahead and add widgets like that if you want to. So you just go ahead and you scroll through here and you add whichever one you want to. Like I said before, it has a 5 megapixel camera with LED flash, 720p video recording. It has a 1.2 gigahertz dual core processor. So we'll go ahead and test that out right here. Let's go ahead and fire up Temple Run 2. Go ahead and get right into this. I'm gonna let that sit down and load. And also, one thing that I did forget to mention, on the back you do have the speaker. We'll get to that later as well. So let's go ahead and play some Temple Run 2. I mean, really, there's no lag. There's none of that in this phone. It's a really nice, smooth phone. Plays games perfectly fine. Anything you throw at it, Candy Crush, Temple Run 2, plays all those games perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's enough of that. Back to the display, we're going to go ahead and hop right into YouTube. I know a lot of you guys like to use your phone for YouTube and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and play the NBA 2K14 trailer. Hopefully there's no ads. And we're going to show off the display screen. It's a TFT display, resolution of 960 by 480. And I don't want to get copyrighted, not tonight. So we're going to go ahead and mute that. And as you guys can see, it loads up pretty fast. This is over Wi-Fi, of course. So there's no HD screen by any means. If you go ahead and click there, you can actually see it says high quality. So it's no HD display, but it does get the job done. It also has 1 gigabyte of RAM and 4 gigabytes of ROM, but only 1 gigabyte is usable. So that means you only have 1 gigabyte of internal storage. I'm going to test out Subway Surfer here because this is a really nice phone. And this is my first time loading it up too. Alright, so we got Subway Surfer, tap to play. Like I said, really nice. Smooth, no lag. You guys already know the deal. $140 phone is actually a pretty nice phone. So that's Subway Surfer. Now I am using Nova launcher because the default launcher that it comes with, I just think that it's actually just way too laggy. ZTE is not good with launchers at all. Right here you have the task manager. I would really recommend using this because it kills every last app, but it does, for some reason, it opens up random apps. Sometimes it does it and sometimes it does. I don't know if it's because I'm using a different launcher or if it just does that. And then I just go ahead and I swipe these away. just to be sure, but it does close down every last thing. Let's go ahead and jump into the camera. So the camera, it's a pretty nice camera. It has tap to focus, and then takes the picture. It takes a little while to take the picture, and then once when you take it, you tap it, and it shows up in your gallery. So here are some of the pictures that I took recently. This picture is in all dark, and I'll have all these pictures and all these videos actually right now. So enjoy that. This is the indoor test for the back-facing camera. It does not have tap to focus, but if we get in here, it doesn't seem like it focuses either, so there's no tap to focus. We just go along here. Like I said, this is the indoor test. We'll put it on the screen. And we'll bring it around here. Does seem like it loses frames, like a little, almost a lot, just bringing it back and forth like this. It records in 720p, so that was the indoor test. Alright, so this is a completely dark video test using the LED flash. Getting close here. Front camera does not have an LED flash, of course. Yep, so that was just a complete dark test. You are able to take pictures as well. Alright YouTube, this is a camera test with the back camera on the AT&T Z998. The frames per second are much better when you're recording in high light. As you guys can see from here, we can go side to side. It loses focus a little bit, but the frames are still better, and the quality doesn't look all that bad. Okay, so this is another indoor test, and this is with the front-facing camera. The front-facing camera seems like it does better than the back-facing camera. I messed with everything in the settings. I don't know why it seems like it does better. So this is the front-facing camera. Indoor test. Then we'll go ahead and bring it back and forth like I was doing with the back camera. Alright, so that was the front-facing camera test. Alright, so this is video test with a front-facing camera on the AT&T Z998. I can't see what's going on right now, but I'm pretty sure it's nice and smooth. This records in 720p. So that was the front camera. Alright, so as you guys seen, it was actually a pretty decent camera. Gets the job done. Just with the back-facing camera, when recording videos in low lighting, it does drop frames a lot. I have no clue why it does that. The front camera actually, in my opinion, handles videos better than the back camera. But if we go back in here to the camera application, we can go ahead and slide it from video mode to, and as you guys can see, it just drops frames a lot. And we can switch it to the front camera. So, there that is. And another thing that I want to do is I want to do a Quadrant standard benchmark test. So it just blazes through these tests, doesn't hesitate at all. And I was actually pretty impressed with the score that I got at the end of this. This is a 4G enabled LTE phone, so you can use it with AT&T on their 4G LTE towers. As you guys can see, it is getting up to 64 frames per second. That's the max that I've seen it go so far. You can do the little globe spinning. And DNA bars. It's a really nice display. Everything is nice and crisp. And what can you expect for a prepaid phone that only costs $140? For the price, really nice phone. As you guys can see here, the score is... The camera will focus. I don't think the camera's going to focus. I got to get this focusing fixed on this thing, because I don't know why it doesn't like to focus. But the score is 460/70, and it actually comes on top of the HTC One X. And the Samsung Nexus S is all the way at the bottom there. Can see that. So really nice display. Let's go ahead and jump into the browser. I actually use Chrome to test out the browser. Again, this is over Wi-Fi, so then you guys get to see the keyboard. This is default Android keyboard, so if we go ahead and use voice text, phonedog.com. So as you guys can see, I brought it up right there, phonedog.com. Go ahead and click the search button. It loads it up perfectly fine. No lagginess whatsoever. And then you can't do pinch to zoom on the mobile site. So if we go down here, there should be... Now it wants to be a little jumpy here, since I said something about it. Yep, it's a little jumpy. It's because the page actually hasn't loaded all the way. Give it a chance for the page to load. There's still something admirable about the HTC One camera. Alright, so that was a browser test, and then of course, what's the weather like? Oh, my Wi-Fi is going so slow. I don't know what's wrong with it. So it does have Google Now. And it'll say the voice here in a minute. If it can load up, it's -1. That doesn't seem like it's that cold out. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's really that cold out. Alright, let's talk about battery life. As you guys can see, it has a 2070 milliamp hour battery. Here's the app drawer. I forgot to show that off. I'm using Nova Launcher. Nothing too special. But let's go ahead and talk about battery. The battery life on this phone is absolutely amazing. ZTE does a good job with their battery life. I was able to get talk time up to 4 hours, and I was able to get 17 hours off a 34% charge. That's with the Wi-Fi going. That's with me playing games. That's with me using Facebook, using Messenger. That's with me messaging, and that's with just me doing everything typical day-to-day stuff. And that was off of 34% charge. And the main reason why that was is because of this task manager right here. I'm telling you, if you get this phone, you have to use this task manager. Don't use the hold to swipe away. That really doesn't work that much. But the task manager is a really good task manager, and it does get the job done. Just in case you guys don't believe me, we're going to go into the gallery here. And we're going to go into screenshots, and there you go. 17 hours. And this was, I took the screenshot at 8:09. 17 hours and 49 minutes. So almost 18 hours of battery life off a 34% charge. And the phone takes 2 hours and 32 minutes to charge from a 0% battery. And I know that because I did time it. Yes, I was sitting right next to it. Yes, I did time it. I'm not making this up at all. So that was my review. Do a speed test really fast before we get out of here. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to show off the Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's been going really slow lately. Usually it's way faster than this. Go ahead and hit begin test. Testing ping. Yeah, it says that it's getting those speeds, but really and truly it's not. So that was just a little bit of a review on the Samsung, on the AT&T Z998. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.